What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to list your first Amazon product on Amazon. I'm also going to go through all the little tips and tricks of how you can actually rank on the first page, what's the best ways you can do that, and all the little details, tips and tricks of how to do so. So we have here our Amazon Seller Central account. I've been selling on Amazon for about 2 years so far, maybe 3. I do pretty well. You can see here on our sales. This is as today's sales. It's currently 1 o'clock, so we still have a lot more time for the day. But if we go here, probably for the 7 days in sales of total, we've made 17,000. 15 days, 37,000. And if we go for the month of 30 days, we've made $76,000 in sales, 4,500 units. It's pretty good. We have Christmas coming up. I should do really well. I have all my products in stock and everything. So I've been doing this for quite some time. I'm gonna give you guys all my advice and everything that I've learned along the way of how to get the best listing, how to get on the first page and all that. So we're gonna go here on manage inventory for your Seller Central account, and then we're gonna click add a product. When we're here, for this prime example, let's say that we are brand new on Amazon. We don't have any products. Our first product is like a custom product that we imported basically from China, or maybe a private label company, something of your custom made brand. So for this example, we're gonna go here and we're gonna click, I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. So when you're here, it's gonna ask you what category is your product in. So for this example, I'm gonna go with meal prep containers just for this prime example. I don't really sell meal prep containers. This is just an example. But let's put here meal prep containers. So it's gonna give you a bunch of categories where it might fall under. So what I like to do personally is, if I'm not sure which category I want to go with, I actually go on my competitors page on Amazon and I look, you can actually see what category they're placed under. So I will just click a couple of competitors, see what category they're under, and then you go from there and you can click to see more or less where you fall under. Okay, so for this prime example, we're just gonna go with travel and to go containers. This sounds pretty good. We're gonna click this and it's gonna put you on this page. Especially if you're a beginner, this looks pretty complicated, but I'm gonna go through everything step by step and actually how you can post the best quality information. That way you can actually rank up higher on Amazon's listing, how they can actually use those keywords to get you on the first page, and all the little tips and tricks that I use. So we're gonna go to more attributes so we get even more in depth and detail of all this. So the first thing we see is variations. Variations, if you have multiple different products, let's say if you have small, medium, large, those are 3 variations. For this example, let's just say we're selling 1 product, so we're gonna put no for variations. Product ID, this is what I use. I use UPC codes for all my products. A UPC code is a universal product identification number. You can actually get these really cheap on 2 websites that I'm gonna list in the description down below. They're very cheap, and actually let's go on there right now and I can show you guys. Okay, so a UPC website that I use to get all my UPC codes mainly is Nationwide Barcode. This is a great way where you can actually get a bunch of barcodes. I actually have like a folder of probably 50 UPC codes on my Google Drive. But all you do is you just buy a list of UPC codes here, order barcodes. They always have promo codes for all of these. You can just get a list of them. You can get 10. The more you get, the more discount you get, and they always have coupon codes. I've even seen coupon codes of almost 50% off. They're really cheap UPC codes, probably about like $1 each. Really cheap. So after you get your UPC code, you're gonna want to put here UPC, and you're gonna put a custom UPC code that they emailed you. So let's go, I'm gonna go on my Google Drive real quick. Codes, and you just copy and paste the UPC code on here. Once you put in your UPC code, after you make the listing, Amazon is going to make you a custom ASIN number for your product. But for now, we have our UPC code that we got from our website, nationwide barcode, and that's going to actually be your UPC code for that product. So now we're going to go to product name. Product name, you want to make sure that your product name is very detailed. So for now, when you're starting off the product, it's not as important as when you launch the product. Launching the product, you have to make sure all the details and all the information is perfect before launching the product. But for this, we're gonna put meal prep containers. We're gonna go to our competition, Amazon. We're gonna put meal prep container to go, okay. And this is our competition here, all these meal prep containers, right? If you notice, a lot of these containers, a lot of these companies, the first main keywords are meal prep containers. Those contain the most value and most strength when trying to rank up those keywords. So if you want to try to get on the first page of Amazon, I really recommend putting the first words meal prep containers if you're focusing on meal prep containers. I wouldn't put something like like meal prep containers, food storage containers with lids. That's what something I would do. I wouldn't put 50 pack of multi-containers. I mean, if you're trying to rank up for that keyword, it's very important that you use that in the beginning of your title. Amazon uses that. That's how I get all my products on the first page of Amazon. It's actually going to help it more. And when people are searching up for products like that, they want to look up for that main keyword first. The algorithm really gives that like a head start, and it really ranks that. The other words in the end of the listing don't have as much strength as the ones in the beginning. That's something I've discovered, and it works really well for me. After we finish our product name and title, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect as of now, especially that you're just starting off the product. But you want to have a very pretty much simple one just for now, and then you can get more in depth with it. For your brand name, you want to put your company's brand name. For this sake, let's say Meal Prep Pros. For this example, let's say my brand name is Meal Prep Pros. For manufacturer, you're gonna put your same company name as well. Model number, this is not really required, but you can put 50 pack here. I'll put 50, origin, China. Okay. 50. Okay, this doesn't count. These things don't really need to be filled because it's not really a fashion t-shirt, but I like to put like for things like that, just the main keyword to see if it helps rank it up. Meal prep containers, a number of boxes, and it's gonna be 50 units. One box, 50 units. Let's have it there like that. So variation, no variation. Standard price. All this you can leave I leave empty. I just fill up the price. So for this example, we're gonna put, let's say the 50 prep containers. Let's say we're selling it for $28.88. Condition, new, always new. And after that, we're gonna go to compliance. I don't really fill any of this out because these are all like compliance codes, and what we're selling is something very basic. Images. For the images, the first image, you wanna pretty much take up as much space as possible. Your background has to be white, but the very important thing about your main image is that You want to have it take up as much space as possible. You want to make it stand out compared to your competition. Some ways that I like to do this is I actually like to use a 3D mock-up. Fiverr has a lot of 3D mock-ups where you don't realize this, but there's a lot of fake pictures that you see on Amazon, and nobody really told me about this, and I had to find out basically for myself and just off years of experience and trial and error. But there's a lot of mock-ups that they could do 3D renders and it'll charge you very little. I'm gonna have a link in the description down below if you're trying to make a nice professional image and you might need a 3D mock-up, or if you're trying to get like a photo shoot of your product. I'll also have a link in the description of who I actually recommend for that on Fiverr. Those are really good sellers that actually do really good work, and I use them for almost all my products. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna put our image. And you can see with this image, it takes up almost all the space. So we're here, we have our image. The description, I personally don't like to go crazy on the description, because one thing I like to do is I like to trademark my business. And when you have your business trademarked, you can actually upload images and a lot more like interactive pictures of how you could use your product. And you might see on other Amazon listings that people have on their description just products, and it's really nice and really in depth. But if your business is not trademarked, you can't put that type of product description. You have to basically type in word by word your product description. You can't have images or anything like that. So what I like to do, if you could do it and you're thinking long term about your whole business, is I really recommend you trademark your brand. That way you can start getting more in depth with this. You could actually have videos on your listing, and that's actually going to bring a lot more sales and a lot more long-term business for your Amazon business. So I actually have a whole video of that. I'll have it here. If you want to trademark your logo, it's the cheapest method out there. But for now, we're gonna put and type in our product description word by word. We're gonna put basically meal prep containers on the go. So if you're really trying to get like really in detail and get the best product description, product features, I would personally recommend a program called 𝙍𝙤𝙗 AI. It's actually an automated copywriter that would write all this information for you and give you the best details as well for that. So product features are bullets that you will see on this, right? These are the key features that you will see. So what's cool about this is that you can actually even use emojis for all these stuff. So let's say for this example, we're just gonna copy and paste all our competitions, just to give you guys an example of how it works, right? So boom, boom. And like I said, 𝙍𝙤𝙗 AI would actually help you with all of this. There's also people on Fiverr that would actually help you with this. So after we put our product features, we're gonna go to keywords and we're gonna type in our main keyword here, meal prep containers. Boom. All right, so that's about it, guys. After you put in all this information, you'll be able to list your first Amazon product, and then you would actually have the option to either sell it Amazon FBA or Amazon through merchant. I recommend Amazon FBA. That way you could just ship it to Amazon's warehouse and have them do all the work. You do have to pay a little bit of fees, but it's actually a lot easier and a lot more manageable to scale your business as well. So hopefully you like this video, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll make sure to reach back to them. And thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.